everything starts with the water. We come from the water and we're going to go back to the water.
When the water comes through the pipes in the household, it can carry off the entanglement, highly stressed or frenetic scattered vibrations that come through people's energies and the tanks where they store.
Right. And even like the waters on all those towers, and then they put the cell phone towers on all those, and then it comes through the pipes, and a lot of the pipes are dirty, and then they get to your hopefully you filter it, and then but it's still holding on to, like, it remembers, like even though you're not hanging out with someone that hurt you a long time ago, you still remember it.
Hi everybody, I am so pleased today to introduce you to an amazing person that has created a beautiful, mindful, meaningful brand, and it's all about sharing what the water is about, the powers of the waters, and the blue bottle love. With you today, I'm so happy to introduce to Kate and Radhe.
Aloha.
Aloha. So we're in the middle of this beautiful island in Maui. This is the headquarters of Blue Bottle Love, and I just am so curious to really hear from you what it is, what brought you to this stage in your life, and what's behind Blue Bottle Love.
What's behind? Water is behind Blue Bottle Love for sure, like without a doubt. Yeah, I like to say that water found me. So I call myself the found her. So water is like what gave us life. So that's what started everything. That's when water was, from the beginning, has always been there to have our back and be who we are, as we are 99.9% water by molecular count.
True.
Everything we do is basically could be in the name of water, because it's pretty much mostly what we are. And of course there's other elements that, like, without those the water wouldn't be able to do it, so he's got the supporting team, but the water's like it.
Amazing. And I'm very curious, so besides the fact that you can actually imprint and make logos or different structures on the glass, why blue?
Water this is basically the primordial color frequency for water, because everything starts with the water. We come from the water and we're going to go back to the water when we're done with this existence on Mother Earth. And I'm just curious, have you ever been out on the out with the whales in the ocean? Have you been on a boat where you get to dive into the water? And
yeah.
Have you ever seen videos of whales and dolphins?
Yeah.
What color do you see?
Blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Well, that's the color that is inside these bottles. It's like, this is a deep blue, but then inside, so when water goes into the blue bottle, it's actually like going back into the sea of consciousness in the original water that it came from. So it basically gets to go back and remove all the other things it's thought about, because it's back home in its original divine blueprint, you know. So basically that's also a Ho'oponopono cleansing tool, and the idea of using blue glass and sunlight to charge the water actually allows the healing of the water to happen, because then when the water goes in, it's just like, oh, I'm back home. Back home. So yeah, so then it just forgets all that's happened on its way to your bottle. It goes through pipes, it goes through right angles and left angles, and I don't know if there's left angles. There's right angles, and there's, what else is there? You know, whatever's.
All of the prismatic. But
anyway, all that, these structures and all the additives that they're putting in water, all of that really is not a pleasant thing for water to have to experience. It's like being like, it's like an abused person maybe, you know, damaged. And so when it goes inside the blue bottle, it just forgets all that because it's then back to its original innocence. It goes back to 0 point. So when you're at 0 point, you can start over. And so in every bottle and cup, I mean, I also sell, you know, offer plain ones because we can use our thoughts and intentions to program the water, put whatever we want into our water if we want. Because water is always listening. Okay, and it's like tuning into our thoughts and emotions. And but when you have like an intention like the bee, or you have these beautiful whales and dolphins swimming around, that's the energy the water's going to take on, because now it's cleared of all the other frequencies. And the other thing that's very important is maybe you'll filter your water. Right? And okay, it's really clean water, but water still remembers all the crap that happened to it. So the frequency of all those things, even though the water's clean, is still with the water until it goes into the blue. Until the blue. Oh. It's like there's really it's the one thing that does really heal the waters. It's to put the blue. It's like whatever else you do, then the final step, if it's blue, then you've taken care of the frequencies as well as the purification and all the, you know, or structuring and all that. It's all wonderful things to do. And then you end with blue. And then you're like completely clear. And that helps you, because we all want to clear out frequencies that don't serve our highest good, and we just want to shed. And a lot of people go on cleanses, and well, this is another way to cleanse your frequency is by drinking blue water.
Blue water, yeah. So you're saying that when the water goes into the blue glass, and when it's hit by the sunlight, it comes back to the most unaffected, pure point zero.
And it can happen without the sunlight, but the sunlight amplifies it and makes it quicker. But it also, then you get the information from the sun, because the sun is like, there's so much goodness coming from the sun that goes into the water too, in a healthy way, in just the right dose, you know, without like having a bad effect on the water. It's actually a good effect.
Totally.
And you just amplify the blue quicker. But so I don't always do it because they're just in the bottles all day long. It's going to get the blue effect. But then sometimes it's fun to just.
Well, I love that input, and now I understand why blue is. Show me.
Can I do this?
Sure.
Because I want to drink some water.
Okay. Wonderful. So
Can you
what's
see
that?
it? This is a structure device that I'm so excited about, and it vortexes the water. And can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. Maybe like bring it here. Pretty cool.
Whoops. Woo.
Wonderful.
And so this structures the water through vortex. And the blue. And this gold and magnets, and puts a permanent negative charge into the water. And there we go.
So that way we get most hydration.
Yeah, so the more structured the water is, then we can absorb it better in our molecules. The water molecules receive other water molecules that are structured, and then you kind of help structure all your water in your body.
Yeah, well,
When easy water is happening in an easier way.
Totally, and let me see on the light. Okay, there. I think that's perfect.
Ooh, there we go.
There we go. Okay, so then we get
nice.
Perfect vortex. And this is fun. I love the shape of these bottles, and I also love that it has that spin to it that activates the water.
Oh yeah, and we get to put our intention into it ourselves with our own energy. You know, so it's that human factor is involved, which is really nice.
Totally.
Because it's our personal relationship with water that we want to keep building.
All right. We got the sunset upon us, and just want to give a moment of appreciation to the elements and beautiful Allah. Haleakala. We are just at the feet of the house of the sun. And so from what you were sharing, when the water spins, right, according to Masaru Emoto's The Hidden Secrets of the Water, I know that water, as you were saying, can be restructured. And just to kind of recap when the water comes through the pipes in the household, it can carry off the entanglement, highly stressed or frenetic kind of scattered vibrations that come through people's energies and the tanks where they store.
Right.
So in essence, the water.
And even like the waters on all those towers, and then they put the cell phone towers on all those.
Yeah.
And then it comes through the pipes, and a lot of the pipes are dirty.
Yeah.
And then they get to your filter. Hopefully you filter it.
For sure.
And then but it's still holding on to, like, it remembers. Like like even though you're not hanging out with someone that hurt you a long time ago, you still remember it, right? So then that stays with the water until you get the chance to be inside blue and sunlight, and then just release and renew and remember your blue self.
Yeah, I mean, I really love the science and all of the factors that are behind the water.
Yeah.
Right? There's a myriad of things that can be done with water, and that's why I'm just so curious. And
are you thirsty?
Know more. Yes.
I'm getting very thirsty talking about water.
All right. Sounds good. So, besides the blue, I know that you put some elements, some figures, some, how do you call what you put on the water bottle, the glass?
Energetic frequencies, because everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, and so water is like is very attuned to what's like the most dominant energy in its environment. So when it's not in the blue, and it's in like a clear glass or other container, it can see and feel everything and hear everything. Or if it's in a metal container, it doesn't even see anything, but it feels the vibration in a different way, So, and these are very, highly energetic glass. It's just a lot of activations happen. But when you put that in the cup, it's right now I can see it's all blue and the water's going, yay. I mean, it's already in here, so it's already happy water.
It's already happy water.
Now it's been spun and it's been going around, and we've been blessing it up with this good energy of this sharing, and we get to have share a little water together.
Gracias, Kaden. Thank you. May we be blessed, may water shone free, and may we drink healthy, alive, and pure water.
Right? So full-bodied, and you can just feel the difference of. Yeah. So, but a lot of people like this, from the simplest to the most complex. There's people who can feel the difference between different energies. I have like at least 30, over 30 different designs, and over the years, some designs fade away and some new ones come through. Yeah. And but some people can feel the subtle difference between like a love bottle and the wisdom bottle, or something like that. Just for example, or the Sri Yantra on one, and so but if you can feel it, that's awesome if you're that sensitive. But most people at least say, oh, the water's so much softer, sweeter, smoother. That's the first level of what someone notices when they have it in the. And then the texture of the bottle, the way the bottle feels on their lips, it's especially the ones with the flip top lids. It has a big smooth, and so it's just very nice mouth feel. And then most people say that they drink more water, and I gotta get that bottle because I haven't been drinking my water because the water's so much better in the blue. And so that's kind of what happens. Yeah.
So for the people that don't know, and this took me a while to understand and really learn about it. I actually read the hidden messages in the water from Masaru Emoto, and this is where I got a lot more awareness and honestly wisdom about how powerful is water. So, for example, for a person that doesn't really know about this that we're talking about, what happens? Okay, so the water went into the blue glass. The water. Now it's at its most pure point, and then when it has, for example, this has whales and a human, and says yes, love, Aloha.
Aloha.
And you're drinking from Believe.
With the B.
With the B. So what happens with these shapes and what? What's next?
I mean, water's just feeling the vibration of this because that's the dominant frequency there, and definitely from the work. I have not done that with the Dr. Emoto's offices to do the testing, but I did meet with a really beautiful man in Italy who does a similar style, and we would take distilled water, put them in the bottles, and charge it in the sun, and then he took them, he saved the water, and he put it, like, protected it from any other energies. And then when he did his crystallography under the microscope, he definitely had beautiful crystals come through, and they matched what was going on. But that was with a microscope.
Yes.
Right. And so I have pictures. I only did 6 designs, but it was really fun. And one of them was with the structure device on the 5-liter bottle, and in the water crystal you can see the structure device, like it's in there.
Yeah.
So, and that's under a microscopic water crystal, like down to that level. But then, have you heard the work of Veda Austin yet?
No.
No. Really?
Not familiar with it quite yet, but I'll definitely look into it.
Yeah. Well, can I tell you about it? She does she's followed up on the work of Dr. Emoto, because she had her own, spiritual reason to connect with water in so many ways and so deeply. And she wanted to start to communicate with water. And so she figured out through using Petri dishes, which is a little glass dish, and putting a little bit of water in it and freezing it for 5.5 minutes or so. There's this perfect place between frozen and liquid where the water really communicates what it's feeling in a way that, or hearing or seeing or understanding. It's just communicating, it's reflecting, because water is always like reflecting whatever is going on.
Yeah.
And so Veda Austin has been able to refine and fine-tune all this to like a science, because she does it scientifically, and is developing a hydroglyph of all these different, like if she has the same result, I haven't even told you what happens, but like 50 times in a row, then that becomes like, oh, that's a word, that's what that means. But anyways, what she does is she'll take the water and freeze it, and then she'll take a snapshot of it very quick with her iPhone. And I think on the live, and then you can slide through and you can see all these images and characters and things. It's just a whole other world that develops. And so many times, whatever she was showing water, what she was thinking, what she was dreaming, what she did with eggs, and there's just so many influences. Her book is it's like thousands and thousands of things she's done over the years. But with your naked eye, you don't need to have the microscope. So she's sharing that, and she's been sharing it with the world very intensely for the past few years. But,
Yep. So I love that. I actually didn't know that, and that's very important and powerful. However, one of the things that I do know, and just to clarify, from what you're saying and what I'm hearing you say, is that water is like a sponge, right? Into the molecular level, right? Like the molecule of the water, H2O. Atomically, molecularly, water absorbs energy. So it can come from a word, it can come from a thought, it could come from a shape, and in essence the water will mimic that and it will restructure itself. Okay, that's
And so sometimes we don't always have the time to think about our water, pray on our water. So then the blue bottle is with the sandblast is always doing that function. So you can, if you want to use it as a function, but you choose a bottle for abundance because you want to bring in abundance in your life, and the water is always working on that one. But then you can also add your own, if you're, because the biggest, strongest thing is our heart, right?
Exactly.
And if you really want something or you want to empower your life, the more you feel into it and it expands from your heart, that goes, it ripples out to where, and so the water is the most receptive and is listening and waiting to hear and tune in with you because you have a relationship with water, right?
Yeah.
So and we are water.
Exactly. That's what I want to say. So this from 70 to 80, 90% of our bodies, I mean, our blood, in essence, is mostly water, red and white blood cells. So I find quite interesting into even thinking now, they're making me think about how then when we drink water, if we're drinking highly energetically charged and restructured water, the imprint that it takes into our molecules, into our blood vessels, into our organs.
Everywhere, yeah. And we can like tune into it and really, like we could spend all day just focusing, like if you did a water fast, can you imagine? That's what you focus on, and where that water is going to go in your body and how it's going to heal your body or nourish or, I mean, but that doesn't help move blue bottles around the world, but right? If you're focusing on that. But it's doing it on the big scale, but definitely I get some little roadblocks in my body that are water blockages, and it's good to like tune in and I need to like move this through and do things that help move the lymph and all that.
Totally. Now we go into the next level, the next realm of hydration, right? So it's not only about the water being restructured and changing its molecular way, but also it's making it in a way that our bodies will be able to absorb it better. So it not only like changes the energy of our thoughts, not only influence the energy of the water, and also the water influences the energy of our organs and our blood, but then according to, right, there's so many other branches of the pH of the water, the purification of the water, the filtering of the water, if it's spring water, if it's rainwater, if it's dew water, there's different kinds of water. But in essence, what all of the benefits that we're getting from the blue bottle and your vision is to reframe, restructure, and to make the water a lot more prone to be absorbed by our membrane cells.
The thing that we're doing, the goal, and I did just become more recently presented, actually it was in a webinar with Veda Austin, and she works with the autistics. You've heard of that, I'm sure. Autistics.
Autistic, yeah.
Yeah, so autistics communicate telepathically, and they communicate with each other in another dimension. So they're always talking to each other, and in that dimension there is the waters, and they are able to communicate with water too, and really, so they're sharing all this information of what water is about, because water is the same in all the dimensions. It reacts or moves in all the dimensions equally the same. And anyway, the most recent webinar I just watched that was sharing a message from one of the autists. Is so interesting because he really he just brought it all just so simple, and it's not like complex to figure out what water is about. Is that water has it's like from the beginning, it's been there and given us life, right? And then, but now humans have done a lot of devastation to water and polluting and making it a commodity rather than a source of, where we come from. It's not been honored enough. But the whole thing that's most important right now is they're doing this work, and they call it the revitalization of water. And they're doing this with telepathically with water, and what they're doing is, no matter who's done what, they're like saying it's not a blame game of it's just happened and it's time to clean it up, right?
Yep.
And the more that water is cleaned up, and the more that it's revered, and the consciousness of water is going to rise. Okay, right now it's being held back because it's got so much muck in it, right? Yeah. And so the way they're doing, I got so excited that, because it's something I've known always about, like I just have a knowing that the water needed to be, the bottles needed to be blue. I didn't think of it, it was a knowingness, right? Yeah. So then the way that they're sending healing the waters is they're sending brilliant blue light and codes to the waters.
Oh.
And that's how they're healing the waters, through this conscious attention to the waters of honoring, revering, and healing through this blue light and then these special codes. So then the more that the rest of us, if we put attention to water, okay, the more we think, every time we interact with water, we're giving it gratitude or thinking about it. It's just the attention, and rather than ignoring how amazing water is, it's always uplifting this water. Like, oh my gosh, like, and oh, I'm made of water, and oh wow, this water on my lips, it's so nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it when my hair's so wet, you know. Or the rain, it smells so good, you know. Anything. I'm in the shower, I love the water.
Saliva.
Anytime you can have the opportunity, you don't have to say it, you can think it, you know. It's like a constant dialogue. It's just gonna, then water's just gonna keep going. I'm so beautiful and healed, and I'm not in that little mucky world, you know.
Yeah.
And you know how when someone praises you, genuinely, not like just someone making it up. It has to be genuine, or else it doesn't. You can tell it's not real, and then you don't really get lifted up, because there's people who like to say what you think you want to hear or something, but when it's really genuine, that there's this love that's coming through, you can't miss it. And so the water feels that.
So if we operate our water, we operate our life.
Well, and so, yeah, as we are 99.9% water by molecular count, when we are uplifting water, yes, we are uplifting ourselves, and it all goes to, so the consciousness of water rises, our consciousness rises, and it's just a kind of a beautiful co-creative synergistic process. And it benefits all, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm amazed. I've been using your water bottle for the last 8-9 years now, and I truly feel the difference when I drink out of it. I'm a big fan. I'm so honored to be here with you today and for your time, and all of the most amazing wisdom that you have shared throughout this work of art. I know that you have a website and all of the information, pretty much what we're talking about briefly.
I think I got to update some of it. It's kind of, because as I've done this since 2009, and I started off pretty left brain about the whole thing. I was like, I just know I'm supposed to make it, you know, but along the way I got more into the spiritual aspects of water and understanding it more and more and more and more. It's just been really, and all the beautiful people you meet from around the world who love water, and it's this whole family that just really, I mean, of course everyone's water, but there's not everyone focuses on water, right? So the people who like put this water as number one really have, like, there's a true family there, and it feels really good. Just right immediately when you meet, you just like bond, and it's water bonds, and there's just so many amazing people that I've met around, and it always helps me learn more about water and about myself, and develop my relationship with water, and then, you know, it's fun to see how people are like, oh, well, I'd have my water, and, you know, it's my water. Whose water is better? It's like, it's not a better. It's just, you know, when you want to have water, you just get the best water you have that you have access to.
Yes.
And then if someone introduces you to another water, like, it's kind of cool to be open to it and try another source, and they all meet and work together.
Totally.
I mean, there's the spring water, there's hydrogen water, there's filtered water, there's rainwater.
Yeah, and now going into the metaphysical.
And it's not just about drinking it too. It's like,
it's about, exactly, and this is where I was going last. Is for some people might tend to sound like a woohoo kind of thing, or I've actually run into people and experiences that I do around the world that think that praying to the water, talking to the water can be like really far out there, or people not really understand why it's important to do this. But not only that, but the matter of honoring the sacredness of
honoring the water, yeah.
And then when we do that, we access that bond, that beautiful myriad of opportunities. And expansion that comes from honoring the water.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I'm really grateful that I've learned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe in Bali, the whole religion used to be all water. Like that was the top. And it's so beautiful when you go there and you go to all the water temples, and it really still is to many people, but then they changed to Hindu or something. But the water, a whole, I mean, I could be there.
Yeah, I mean, and it's honestly...
this is the water altar.
Yeah.
And they have the water code, in the...
Yeah, and you have every single...
And the beautiful mayu swirling around with all the blue bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an altar of water for honoring water.
Totally. Well, I'm thankful for the wisdom, and far from any purification machine method, this is actually truly unique, and I'm pleased.
It complements anything, any other thing that you do. It's like the final
touch.
Yeah, because then you get to clear those frequencies that, like, even though you've done all these amazing things to the water, it's still remembering where it came from, right?
Yeah, what
and here it's like,
whoosh. Yeah, and then, I mean, really quickly, one of the last things is that bioavailability, right? So I've learned also that every fruit, for example, vegetables have a certain amount of bioavailable energy when they come from the tree, right? So it's not the same eating a fruit that is picked from a tree right away than eating it from a grocery store that has been shipped into container 2 weeks, blah, blah, blah. So part of this is that when the water is more alive, right? Like when the water is more alive coming from the spring or the direct source, then its energy field, it's broader.
Right.
So the blue bottle does it help to enhance the magnetic field, electromagnetic field?
Great question. Well, it has been found that by storing it in blue, when you do have highly structured or energetic water, it holds that frequency the longest, longer than any other glass bottles. Oh. Like Veda Austin again. she showed, she did like 3 days later, the spring water. 3 days later, it was almost looked the same, the pattern and the frozen structure. And also with molecular hydrogen, I did a test with the molecular hydrogen with my friend Jilly, Jilly Torres, and we put molecular hydrogen water into the bottle, into a blue bottle, and into a clear glass. Left it on the altar for 3 days. No, I think it was 3 days, maybe 5 days. Tested the ORP before and after. And the ORP, you know what that is, the oxidation reduction potential. So it's a negative number. So the water at the beginning was like negative 500. And by the time the few days had passed, in the blue, it was still like at negative 350, I believe, after 3 or 4 days. And then in the clear, it was like at negative, I don't know if it was plus 100 or negative 100, but it was definitely different, not as. And I don't like, the water's been sitting in my bottle for a few days, I'm going to dump it out. No, it's like even better. I'm going to drink it because it's
highly charged.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's
containing the viability, the aliveness of the water.
I don't feel it gets, maybe like, a couple of years, it wouldn't be that fun to drink. It'd be nice to get fresh water.
Water.
But, it's vintage water.
The swirl comes in.
And then you can just swirl it up, and it got all kinds of structure tools that lift it up again. And there's so many amazing ways to play with water. With copper and gold and magnets and swirling, and it's really fun.
All right. Well, thank you to the sacred waters, to this altar, to the power of the ocean, the rivers, our inner waters, the outer waters, and this beautiful sanctuary and the opportunity to be here today with you, Kaden. I'm truly grateful for you opening up your home and for having me here today to learn more about you. So,
yay!
Cheers.
Learn more about water and about you.
Yay! See you in the next chapter.
Okay.